So, I just wanted to really quickly go over my blog. I kind of went with the whole alliteration thing, and so my blog is called Kodak Kiara. Kodak being a choice because most of the film that I shoot through my camera is Kodak, and Kodak was kind of like the founding father of film photography. So that's the overall idea behind my blog. I want it to be a resource for beginner photographers and kind of anybody who's interested in shooting film. I want it to be a helpful blog that will enable people to get started, kind of without all of the technical terminology that might have turned them off to shooting film photography in the first place. And I also want to instill a desire in readers to just get out there and to shoot more film. And we can all keep film alive together if more people get out there and do so. So I also wanted it to be a community for people who are starting out to be able to help each other. So I hope that through my comments, and I hope that through the social media platforms that I link, people will be able to do that. My target is Taylor, who would be a 20-something-year-old hobby photographer, really into anything design, really outdoorsy and active. And her social media habits kind of reflect her visual literacy. So she's going to be most interested in platforms like Instagram or Pinterest, where it's a highly visual platform. She probably already reads my competitors' blogs, like Film Is Not Dead or Film Shooters Collective, etc. This is kind of a good thing for me because she will be able to see how much more relaxed and helpful my blog is versus how intimidating, the whole process can be, like I mentioned before. So my secondary target market, if I'm being honest, is, it's going to be potential clients. So the purpose of my blog is definitely twofold. I want to use it to establish myself as an expert, and I want to be somebody that comes to mind when other people are looking for a photographer. And then, of course, more clients means more money for me to spend on film. So it kind of circles back and it's a better blog overall. My competitors, like I mentioned a couple already, Film Shooters Collective, Film's Not Dead, and Aperture Priority. Those are a few of the blogs that mine will be competing with. They are awesome blogs. They have a lot of good guest content, but they are all professionals. So my blog will be coming from more of a do-it-yourself kind of standpoint, and it'll be a good resource for the everyday shooter, not just the pros. As far as my engagement strategy goes, the measurable metrics that I will be tracking, they do include visitors, like unique visitors, overall views, likes and shares on the different social media platforms that I linking to my blog, and of course new followers. My strategy for Pinterest is to just have really good pinnable posts attached to each blog post so that I can then encourage people to share them on Pinterest. And I want to have intriguing visuals for Instagram that are marked with the right hashtags so that I can attract somebody like Taylor while she's using Instagram. And then for Facebook, I just need strong, well written copy that will attract users to my blog, and calls to action posts, that will lead back to my blogs, maybe even sponsor them at some point. So that's kind of more or less my strategy on my market. I wanted to show you really quickly what my blog looks like at this point in time. So here we are on the front page of my blog. My header is a picture of a couple of my favorite film cameras, and lets you know that it's a blog about film photography. So that's all noted in the header there. You've got my about page linked really easily there. On my about page, we have the video that we were encouraged to create. So this one is just a quick video introducing me so people can kind of get to know me that way. Really easy for people to contact me. And then I might need to fix the link, but I do have a FAQ as well. So I'll need to fix that and make sure that people can get to that so that their questions are answered. Going back to the home page, if you look at my sidebar right here, it's easy for people to search within my blog just by using this little guy right here. Here is a gallery of all of my recent film scans. So if you look on the right of the page, then you can see kind of what I've been up to there. And then just a quick blurb on the site as well that lets people know a little bit more about me, kind of what my background is, what I like to do in my free time, and of course a little shout out to tacos because I just really love tacos. This is somewhere where I used an HTML code to change the color of the font to dark cyan. And so I used a little bit of HTML right there. Going over my content, I've got a review of a couple of my favorite cameras, which I still need to write more information, and I want to include a couple of pictures for those. A couple of narratives, one of them about how shooting film actually brought my sister-in-law and I together. Oh, one other widget that I didn't mention would be my social media. Um, links right there on the side. So I neglected to mention that, but I do have 4 widgets, not just the 3. My bad. Yeah, a couple of narratives, a quick guide on how to choose a medium format camera, how to choose a 35mm film camera, and then I have a how-to video that outlines how you would load film into a Mamiya 645 Pro. That's actually a camera that's really, really popular for wedding photographers and for people that are just starting to get into medium format film. And so I decided that that would be a really helpful video to show because everybody struggles with loading film. It is the hardest part, I would say, of shooting film photography. So I made a few minute long video that's kind of outlining how to do that. Linked that there. For my lists, I have the 11 best labs to send your film into, which I think is a really great resource for people that are looking to know where to send their film. And then towards the beginning of my blog, I have 7 reasons to shoot film in the first place. So I hope that a post like this will help people to feel encouraged and feel motivated to get out there and shoot film. And then for my other multimedia video, I just created a quick little film strip of some of the photographs that I've taken in the last few months with a little soundtrack to it. But I'm hoping that this will kind of let people know that I'm a pretty decent photographer, that I have a lot of experience shooting with film, and that this is the kind of stuff that that those cameras can produce. So I'm really hoping that that will be fun for people. Anyways, I think that that covers everything on my blog. Please let me know if you have any other questions.